Mirror of Matsuyama. Long time ago in old Japan, a man named Akio lived with his beautiful wife Sakura. They loved each other dearly and were married for a few years before being blessed with a bundle of joy. They had a daughter, Junka. Jun in Japanese means pure and simple. Sweet Junka grew up fast. Only yesterday she was a baby, and now she was 7 and learned to talk. One day, Akio was summoned to Matsuyama on business. Though he was excited, he was sad to leave his wife and daughter behind. Don't make that face, darling. I shall be back soon. When I'm away, take care of our little girl.
We will be okay. You must take care of yourself.
Junka was the only one who smiled, ignorant of the sorrow parting. She assumed Papa was going to a nearby village. Little did she know, he was going far away.
Papa, will you please bring me a gift? I will be good when you're away. Pretty please.
Of course, my jumpy rabbit.
Okay, Jun. Time to say bye to Papa. Okay. Now that Father is away, we must take care of everything.
She sighed and said a small prayer for his safe journey. She opened her eyes, and for a moment, the mother gazed at her child's face, and her love grew deeper and deeper.
Yes, Mother. When Papa comes back home, we will all be happy again.
The next few weeks were arduous. Sakura wove winter clothes. In between, she attended to Junka's fun and games, taught her to read. She found some consolation in all these chores during the lonesome days of her husband's absence. Time slid past quickly. Akio finished his work trip and returned home with gifts like he promised to his little girl. I have a surprise for you. It's a surprise for taking care of the house and your mother.
Thank you, Father. Wow, I have seen a doll so pretty, Father. I'm delighted.
Delighted? I wonder who taught you that word. How are you, my love?
I missed you.
Akio dived into the bamboo basket and gave a square wooden box to his wife. And this is for you. Sakura found a metal disc with a handle. One side was bright and shiny like clear water. She gazed into the shining disc.
Who is this beautiful lady? What is this you've given me, darling?
It's your face that you see. This is called a mirror. Whoever looks into the clear surface can see their reflection. There's an old proverb, as the sword is the soul of the samurai, so is the mirror the soul of a woman. Sakura's mind was blown by the concept of a mirror. Traditionally speaking, a woman's mirror is an index to her own heart. If she keeps it bright and clear, so is her heart pure and good. Use it carefully, my love.
If this mirror represents my soul, I will certainly treasure it.
Sakura gratefully accepted the gift and put the metal disc back into the box gently and put it away. Time passed peacefully. Junka turned 16. She was a comfort to her mother as she went about taking part in keeping the house in order. Akio was reminded of his wife daily when he had married her all those years ago, as she resembled Sakura. But alas, in this world, nothing lasts. Sakura was one day taken very ill. At first, they thought it was a cold, but it became worse. Her life was not to be saved. Junka never left her mother's side, not for a moment. One day,
My daughter. When I'm gone, promise me you will take care of your father and be a good, dutiful girl.
Junka tried to hide the gnawing ache in her heart with a cheerful smile.
Mother, you shouldn't say such things. You rest, get better quickly, okay? But I am quite resigned to my fate. Quick, I need to give you something.
Sakura reached to her pillow and took out a square wooden box. It was the metal disc, the mirror Akio gave her all those years ago.
Your father gave this treasured gift to me. This is called a mirror. When I'm gone, and you wish to see me, gaze into the clear surface, and I shall visit you. Though we won't be able to speak, but I will be able to see you. I'd understand how you were feeling.
Those were her parting words.
No! Mother!
Akio and Junka were wild with grief. They found it impossible to cope with the harsh reality. After this frantic burst of grief, they slowly took possession of their crushed hearts. Akio started going back to work. Junka was desolate. One day, Junka was alone at home. It started to rain.
Oh, Mother! Even the way rain falls and how the wind blows, it all reminds me of you. I think of all the love we shared.
Junka's love for her mother did not grow less with time. Her heart ached with longing, and she wanted a glimpse of her.
Oh, how stupid of me! I almost forgot about the gift.
Junka's heartbeat grew faster with anticipation. She gazed into the clear surface of the mirror, and behold, her mother's words were true.
Oh my, it's certainly my mother's soul. She knows how miserable I am. She has come to comfort me.
Junka, in the simplicity of her innocent heart, believed her own reflection to be her mother's soul. But now the weight of sorrow was greatly lightened for her heart. Every morning, she gathered strength for her daily household chores, and every evening before going to bed, Junka took the mirror out and gazed at the reflection. After some time had passed in mourning, Akio married again, as advised by the elders. Junka was now under the authority of a stepmother, Hisa. At first, things were calm and relatively smooth. Young Junka grew docile and patient. She kept reminding herself of how Sakura wanted her to grow in her likeness. Junka accepted Hisa and Akio together. Sometimes Hisa complained of her stepdaughter's behavior, but Akio knew this was to be expected. The vile woman thought of ways to drive Junka away from the house. One morning, Hisa followed Junka to her room and discovered a grave enough sin to accuse the child. She ran to her husband and shed crocodile tears.
Please give me permission to leave you today.
What happened?
My life is in danger, and I must leave at once.
Please tell me, dear, how is your life in danger?
I'm sure she has made an image of me, and she keeps cursing at it daily, and with the help of a spell, she wishes to get rid of me.
Okay. Akio knew of the age-old superstition of how one could make an image of somebody they detested and curse at it daily to cause them harm. Stop crying, dear. I will go speak to Junka. Akio overlooked how distant and unhappy Junka was lately. Junka's kind advances were met with doubt and suspicion. Hisa never truly accepted her. The grief sunk her. Moreover, Hisa's wicked behavior made her miss her own mother worse than ever. Now she gazed into the mirror multiple times a day to see her mother's face. It was the only comfort she had in those wretched days. Akio found his daughter bent over gazing into something intently. She quickly hid the mirror in the sleeve of her kimono. A befuddled Junka turns around and was utterly confused to see her father sneak up on her this way. What have you hidden in your sleeve?
Oh, Father! Nothing.
So it is true? You have been cursing at your stepmother's image and casting a spell? Have you forgotten your values? Although she is your stepmother, you must be obedient and loyal to her. When did you turn so vile? You have certainly changed, Junka. Answer me. Akio's raging rant came to a halt.
Father, no! I would never wish that upon you. My conscience is clean.
Hisa's plan worked. The father and daughter were pitted against one another. Then what is it that you've hidden in your sleeve? Show it to me at once! When Akio raised his volume, Junka panicked.
I have been hiding this.
Is that your mother's mirror? You've kept it all this time? Why? Junka then told him of her mother's parting words. What do you mean? How can you meet your lost mother's soul by looking into this mirror?
It is true indeed. If you don't believe me, look for yourself.
And she proceeded to point at her own sweet reflection seriously.
Do you doubt me still, Father?
Oh, my sweet girl. Akio smote his two hands together. His heart melted in an instant at the sheer innocence of his daughter. How stupid of me to have questioned your character. You are a spitting image of your mother. Thus you were actually looking at your reflection all this time.
I'm ashamed. I didn't know what a filial child you were. Hating you so much myself, it was both natural. I thought you reciprocated the feeling. And when I saw you gaze into something, I assumed you wanted to take revenge. Forgive me. From this day, I shall love you as my own child and spend the rest of my life making it up to you. Uma, please stop crying.
The family of three were reunited. Such was the sweetness of the girl. She forgave her stepmother instantly and didn't hold any grudges. She held no malice in her heart and loved her fully.